So this scar is there, fresh, forever. So it keeps coming. When you hear about your friend's story of a child getting abused or whatever, you remember of yourself.
Yes.
Immediately. This because of comparison. The sheer part of the human brain is comparison. We always compare. Comparison leads to conflict. So they are still trying very hard in the modern science where exactly the memory is stored.
A lot of us have gone through childhood trauma and abuse. As a 90s kid, I myself have gone through a lot of trauma and abuse. We were not taught about good touch and bad touch. Who can and cannot talk to us? All this, will it have an impact on our adulthood? Let's get into the show with the star Dr. C.K.N., a psychologist, molecular scientist, and an innovator of low glycemic, diabetic-friendly sugar. Welcome to Dr. C.K.Nandagopalan's YouTube channel. I'm your host, Susan. Welcome, Doctor.
A warm welcome to you, Susan.
Thank you, Doctor. Doctor, today we're going to talk about childhood trauma and physical abuse. Now we are all educated enough to know that we should educate our next generation about good touch and bad touch, all sexual education and all that. But before this, as a 90s kid, I have gone through a lot of trauma and abuse, physical and mental abuse. Can we talk about this today, Doctor? Please explain to us what we should know to protect the next generation.
What do you want to know about trauma?
Does it some way affect our adulthood?
You mean to say that it's keep repeating in your brain?
Yes, we don't find a technique to forget them. It makes us anxious and sometimes even causes depression. That is what I feel. What is your opinion on that?
You have to understand the content of memory in yourself, in an individual, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's something called memory.
Yes.
Say, for example, you have bought your car at the age of 20, the first car. Okay. It would have had a registration, TN09AB, something.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first car.
Yes.
You remember that registration, right?
Yes.
So every 2-3 years you have to change your car. Now you have come to the age of 45-50. Now you have changed nearly about 15 cars by now. Because every 2-3 years you sell your car and buy a new car. At the age of 50, if I'm going to turn and ask you, Susan, when did you buy your first car? You'll say, at the age of 20.
Mm-hmm.
Say, do you remember the registration number? You will not. Mostly.
Yes.
I have written it in my diary, I can check up and let you know. But that remembrance was there as a memory for a few years, nearly for 7-8 years and 10-12 years. After that, it has faded away. Because the importance given to that first car got diluted over a span of 15-20 years or 30 years.
True.
So that has disappeared. But it has not disappeared. It is there in the brain. Whatever you have gone through from the day you are born till the age of 45, 50, whatever, now you are 45 years of age, for example, whatever that you have experienced, everything is stored in the brain. But the consciousness will hold what is required. The balance is kept there, but you are not able to recall it.
Okay.
I wish you understand this.
Yes, Doctor.
But now we are going to this concept. Why I am telling you this concept is because I want you to understand why trauma keep coming into the surface of your consciousness again and again. So if an individual is going to go through certain traumas because of physical abuse and all that stuff in the childhood, that's going to make a deep scar in his brain, in his mind, in his consciousness, right?
Yes.
So it is totally a bitter experience. Highly a bitter experience that you want to forget. The more effort you put to forget it, it will keep coming again and again and again.
I thought you're going to teach us a technique to forget.
How to let it loose, you're going to talk about.
Yes.
So this scar is there, fresh, forever. So it keep coming. See, you have gone through some physical abuses and trauma and all that kind of thing till the age of 14. Okay. After that, it all normalized. After that, you never went through something. But at the age of 15, you keep on thinking about it. It's going to really affect your brain, the functions of your brain, because it keep coming every 1 hour. Later at the age of 17, 18, it may come once or twice a day. Later around 25, 26 years of age, it may come once a week. Right? At the age of 35, 40, it may come once in a month. At the age of 50, 55, it may come once or twice a year. But it is still there, ultimately.
It is still there because in the society.
Because it is not in the society, it is in your brain. It is a scar.
No, we see that happening to other people, even if it is not to us.
When you hear about your friend's story of a child getting abused or whatever, you remember of yourself.
Yes.
Immediately. This because of comparison. Oh my God, this has happened to me. The sheer part of the human brain is comparison. We always compare. Comparison leads to conflict. There is no choice. And comparison will keep bringing your old-time memory back again. You are very comfortable and rich, right? At the age of 35. You have a beautiful house, you have a beautiful family, you have a good car, you have good bank balance, and all that kind of thing. But suddenly when you talk to someone and that someone says that I am not able to educate my children, I am not having enough money to put them in good schools and all that stuff, wouldn't you will come out and say, what, my father was very poor, he only educated me in a government school, but I worked hard and I came up in my, you are comparing there.
Okay.
You are bringing your story into the picture. The act of listening to a person when he expresses, just receive it. Don't take it into perception and compare. This is one point. The next point is, this trauma you may have met with an accident, or you would have lost your father in a road accident right in front of your eye. Okay? You see someone very close of your friend, run over by a train or a lorry. You saw it. That picture keeps coming into your frame again and again and again. You know that.
Yes.
That picture is always disturbing you. Right? It keeps coming. So why? Because the brain is such a funny machine. It triggers it all the time. Because subconsciously you are giving importance to that scar. Subconsciously, without your knowledge, you are giving importance to that trauma, that abuse that's going on inside without your awareness. So at a very frequent point, it pushes it out. It gets from the subconscious mind, comes into the surface of your consciousness.
Does this happen for people who have very good memory, or does it happen to everybody?
See, memory is something totally different. Okay? 70% of your body is water molecules. So they are still trying very hard in the modern science where exactly the memory is stored. If the memory is stored in the brain, it is stored in the water, right? Correct?
Yes.
Because 70% of your brain again is a water molecule. Okay? So it is not the question of memory, it is the question of the retention, the recalling ability, the RAM. The RAM is the one who picks up what it wants.
Yeah.
Okay. Sometimes the RAM doesn't pick up. You say, no, it is there in the throat, it's not coming. It's not picking it up. So the trauma, the physical abuse and all those kind of, stuff, which is going to have a terrific impact over your personality, if that is going to be a deep scar, And if it is going to keep working in the subconsciousness in a big way, if it is not going to resolve there, it's going to keep coming up. Maybe the frequency get extended as the day go by, but it still come till the end of your life. There is no choice. Unless and until, if you are smart enough to exercise your brain, you can stop it. You know where?
Please tell us, Doctor.
You accept the trauma. You accept it. Don't think, oh my God, I've gone through this, I've gone through this. Keep telling you what it is there if I've gone through that. What is there if I've gone through? That person did not have, he was insane to treat me like that. Why should I trouble myself for his insanity? Okay? This is where you have to play a role. This is what is meditation.
That's a great explanation, Doctor.
Yeah. So, you can always recorrect yourself. But most of them, they don't know the clarity to think. And they don't know. You start asking questions to yourself. What should I do to dissolve this trauma and abuse in my life? What I have gone through in my younger days? Why it should come and disturb me all the time in the world, which is having an impact over my daily life? You are going to get answer from your brain, within yourself, what to do. That is the exact defense mechanism what Sigmund Freud has given. The act of sublimation. Show all your emotions when you do a physical act, when you play a game, when you do your exercise. Your emotion gets dissolved. Thank you.
Oh, that's a wonderful explanation, Doctor. Yes, trauma is a very bad thing, but yes, we can get out of it. We can get out of that mental agony with these tips. Now we have come to the end of this episode. We will continue more about psychological problems that we face in our daily life. This is your host Susan signing off. Please like, subscribe and share to the ones you care. Love you all.